Miramar accepted a grant from the Department of Energy for $960,000. We have been doing wonderful things using the money that we obtained from the Department of Energy. We are going to be using an existing fuel storage tank, and we will be converting that storage tank over into a biodiesel storage tank. That is made from plant byproduct, is made into biodiesel, and that is then mixed with regulated diesel. What people do at home is they could use their cooking oil and mix it with diesel to form their own. We will be installing a brand new fuel dispenser, which will be allocated directly for just fueling vehicles for use with the biodiesel. Now, you may ask me, why are we doing this? We're doing this because we got to do something about reducing our emission, how much carbon we are putting into the atmosphere. There was a study funded by the Department of Energy and the Department of Agriculture, and in that study, it was concluded that the CO2 emissions can be reduced by 78% by going from a petroleum diesel to a biodiesel. And biodiesel is a biodegradable fuel. With biodiesel, we'll have the ability to reduce the carbon emissions from its fleet. What you're seeing here is as part of the biodiesel conversion project. What the city had to do is we had to construct a concrete slab which will be used as a foundation so that would support the tank. As part of that slab, we also install all of the underground piping associated with going from the tank to the dispenser. Also, some of the infrastructure that went in there was some conduits. Though that conduit then has in it the control mechanism that will operate the pump when you switch on your dispenser. Plus we also have a fuel monitoring system installed in the tank. So that will also tell us how much fuel we have in the tank. And so we have a control on how much fuel goes into the tank and also how much fuel leaves. You have to connect this fuel dispenser into the fuel master system so we could keep control of the amount of fuel that's being used. When a vehicle needs to get fuel, the vehicle comes to the fuel depot. But our new automated system, when you pull up here with the vehicle, you put the dispenser nozzle into the fuel tank, right? That fuel tank has an interrogator on it that recognizes the vehicle. That interrogator takes the information off of the module in the vehicle, and it's pulling off the mileage, average speed, and different types of information. It transmits that information to the donut, right? This information then ends up on the fuel master system, and that donut system then detects the vehicle when it comes up, and it recognizes the vehicle, and it then decides which fuel that vehicle can get and which account that fuel should be charged to. We could put it in any diesel vehicle that we own. We are going to take 16 of our transit vehicles that we use for the senior center and for the public routes we have, and we will be retrofitting those buses so that they can now begin using biodiesel. We are doing this in the long run to save money. Biodiesel is slightly more expensive than regular diesel, but they do have certain benefits associated with it. Biodiesel is a cleaner fuel, meaning that it cleans the engine parts. So therefore, it should reduce on the repair costs. It will reduce the wear and tear on engine parts, therefore extending the vehicle's life, thereby reducing the maintenance on that vehicle. We live on one planet. We only have a certain amount of oil in the ground. If we're going to make that oil last well into the future, we have to learn how to use less of it. We need to get the efficiency of our vehicles up high. The electric vehicle is an excellent way now to reduce or eliminate emissions completely. But that's still a brand new technology. It's still a very expensive investment. And like anything, over the next 10 to 15 years, I predict that those costs are going to come down and we are going to have more hybrid and electric vehicles on the road than we do have these vehicles that we have right now. That is the trend I'm seeing. We are all a part of making our planet a safer and cleaner place. And until we all put ourselves in it and take responsibility, then things will not change. We must demand better vehicles. We must demand higher efficiency.